Oh, hello. It's First Reform Take. Great name because I always remember it.
Yep,
And
we're back to the show that nobody in my life thinks is real or will listen to. So it's going great for me.
fair enough. And I just have one question. Have
Uh,
you ever had a day so bad that you need to use your under listened to NBA podcast as therapy while watching the Charlotte Hornets versus Miami Heat?
um, Not that specific of a scenario, I will say.
Well, I have, and let me tell you, I'm going to start us off with my experience at the Celtics Magic.
Yeah, I think you should start off with that. Our buddy Waylon here scored courtside seats for the final
I did.
Celtics game of the season, the main Red
The Red
Claws
Claws.
versus the actual Orlando Magic that needed to win the game and didn't.
First of all, a lot of
Who's your
people are
A?
like, oh, it wasn't that bad because they're still in the play-in and they just lose home court. That's a lot of gate revenue, and you are getting fired off of losing that money for the DeVosses or whoever owns the Magic. I think
It's
it's the
yeah.
DeVosses.
Yeah, it still is.
So,
Yeah, I'm
first
kind
of
of
all,
shocked
I was
Jamal
shocked by.
Mosley made it through the season.
Yeah, so I want to get into Mosley because I sat behind Mosley the whole game. The screen thumb of this, whatever, thumbnail screenshot
Screen
of this.
thumb,
Yeah, it's really
entirely new
tough.
concept.
The screen thumb of this podcast will be me looking disgusted at just the Magic's whole deal,
Yes, D
which it
deservedly
was bad.
so.
Um, I like Mosley. I don't know. I relate to this guy hard because I just had some epiphanies about coaching. And this is where the therapy part comes in. So, a lot of thoughts. I want to try and organize them. This might take like 10 minutes. First
Okay.
thought is the way we present the NBA is bad, right? The
Yes.
game presentations are terrible. We all know this, of
Yes.
course, and people comment on it, but they have been doing some of that like behind the scenes access stuff more. I don't know who does that, but I know they're doing it more. I haven't watched any of it, so I can't judge it. But oh wait, hold on. LaMelo absolutely missed the terrible pull-up three, and the Heat are terrible. Okay, that's fun. Um,
This sure is a game that exists.
yeah, I don't know. Concanipple is 2 of 9, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. Anyway, Thinking Basketball, who I shout out like 5 shows a day, did do a thing on coaches talking during games, literally like 5 hours ago, which is funny because it's what I came in on to talk about, proving that I am just the less competent version of him. But it was really fun watching Mosley and Joe Mazzulla just go at it in terms of their players. And boy, do I relate to Mosley's just inability to seemingly get his team to listen to him at all. They felt tuned out. And
Yeah,
it's
and that
like, I
was
don't think he's a bad coach. I just think sometimes situations are untenable because of whatever the alchemy of those 40 guys in the locker room when you add in assistants and stuff is.
yeah. I'm on team. They need to blow the team up and probably try to see who's dumb enough to trade for Bankero, which would be the Kings, and then I don't know, maybe even trade Wagner. He's getting to the point where his injury concerns are becoming um, the kind of thing where you go, is he just kind of done as an effective player?
Well, here's the thing about injury concerns, right? Because I've been on team injury concerns aren't real often, and that is wrong because like he was pulled from that game for a stretch and it was significant. And unless you really watched and vibed with the game, like it wouldn't come up on highlights really, because I think he's fine. I think he's like okay, or as okay as Franz Wagner is gonna be. But yeah, I mean, when you have the injury concerns like that, you're gonna be pulled more often and go soft more often and not be able to play at full pace of play more often, and it's gonna cost you. So yeah, the health stuff is real. So yeah, I'd ship his ass out. honestly. Which is something I would say in front of him on the court and not be afraid, of course.
Yeah, you would not be afraid of the guy who is a full foot taller than you
Right.
and in perfect physical condition.
Um, but yeah, that's my little story of the game was how fun it was watching Joe Mazzulla yell JB, JB for oh no, DB, sorry. For Danton Benton the whole game, who inexplicably was playing point guard for the Celtics in a game they won. So, damn, it was fun.
Well,
But
glad you enjoyed yourself. Nobody in my group chat had any reaction to the screenshot I sent of you
I love that for them.
scowling at Jamal Mosley. I don't know. No
I'm
one.
sure I'll meet them all in like 2 years when I'm in Columbus.
I gotta tell you, you need to get back out here and
I
hit some
want
of
to
the
come back up
bar,
to Columbus.
hit hit the bars here. There seem to be a lot of women recently who are looking, and obviously I'm off
Well,
the market, and so is everyone else I know.
I kind of did
So
well last time I was in Columbus
that is
with
what I've
that.
heard.
Um,
It's your East Coast charm. Also, I think the fact
but
that you do in fact resemble a mafioso that
yeah, I
helps.
also might like lose a date on this broadcast live, which would be very funny. So we'll see.
This
Um,
we just the latest in our series of Crash is out
it is the
on.
year of the crash out, and
It really has been. Yes.
I am
You got to
going.
see our crash out hero Desmond Bain up close.
Yeah, he's not as scary looking as you would think. He is jacked, but like not in a way
Was
where
there anybody on the court who wasn't jacked? I'm just curious.
no, not really. Including
That's kind
like
of disappointing. I miss the era of athletes not actually being in good shape. Like nobody is left who looks like David Wells
no, like
or end stage Zebo.
even like I got to talk to God Shamsgod a little, just because my friend's like annoying and does a podcast and has had him on before. And like even he's jacked, even though like he's not in like basketball shape. But yeah, they're all it's crazy. I don't know. It ain't Columbus. But what are we
Yeah.
doing for this episode?
I
Because
think we were going to primarily do a playoff preview. I do still want to talk about the idea I had that came to me in a dream, which I think is still a good idea several days later.
okay, is it better or worse than the idea I want to quickly say, which is that I solved tanking and the solution to
Oh,
tanking?
no, it is worse than that. But so let me go first and then we'll close strong with your t tanking solution. But anyway, so everybody complains about how much fouling there is in the NBA, and that's fair. Um, I think what I've decided is that we are getting rid of this is what I had a dream about, and I actually dreamt that I
And this
texted
was an actual
Waylon.
dream.
This was an actual dream. And I dreamt that I woke up and texted you about it. And then that actually happened. Um,
Prophecy.
we're getting rid of the foul line, and the guy who got fouled has to try to dunk on the guy who fouled him.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
It's not a true one-on-one. I mean, it's almost like a penalty shot, but you have to dunk. You can't do a layup. It has to be. So yes, I can already
Do you get to
hear
contest
Steph
it?
Curry. Yeah, no, that's the whole point. The guy who fouled you tries to contest the dunk, and that is if you're going to hard foul someone and try to keep them from getting and the other portion of it is that it's only 2 or 3 points. There's no more. You can miss one free throw and it's 1 point. So the
Right.
dunk is
It is
two unless you
just a
got
free
fouled
dunk.
shooting a three and then it's a 3 point dunk. But yeah, it gives the defending team a chance to legitimately contest a shot, adds more contact to the game, but it also gives the foul victim the opportunity to throw down a fully sick dunk on the guy who wronged him.
I have a
So,
counter,
okay.
but it's not much. My immediate concern is why isn't Wemby now just killing everyone?
Um,
Don't worry, I'm gonna solve this issue for you.
well, but that's the idea. Oh, how are you going to solve the issue? I am curious.
I think you should get to pick who you're dunking against.
So the guy who does the foul picks the
No, no, no. The
dunker.
guy who is fouled gets to pick the
Oh,
defender. So if
Uh,
Wemby fouls, you can do your dunk, but you get to choose if you're going up against Wemby or if you're taking the coward's way out and like making Stephon Castle defend that or
oh,
Luke Cornett.
I see what you're saying. I don't know if I'm a fan of that necessarily because I think it's going to lead to I'm trying to cure foul baiting to an extent. Um, I don't know if this would really solve SGA's foul baiting because he is like 6'6" and he can dunk. But I also do think that since he's not like a premier athlete, I do think someone can foul him and keep him from driving all the way to the paint. Um, I will also say if you foul again on the dunk and it's like it's not incidental contact, like the dunker just gets the points.
Red
Like
card.
yeah, red card basically.
Uh,
I don't know. I think like most ideas that have come to me in a dream, it's probably actually good. So I think Adam Silver get on implementing this immediately. If nothing else, like I think everyone low key agrees that dunks and posters are the best part of the sport, and it is a very highly
Oh,
rated
this is
sport.
interesting because I have an episode I want to do.
Hmm.
Which is, and it could be something we probably wouldn't do it for a while, just because I actually find the playoffs interesting. Go figure. But I wanted to power rank every type of play in the NBA on a tier
Ooh.
list, which I think
Oh,
is
I really like that. That's a good
yeah.
off-season
No
idea. We'll
one's
hold on
no
to
one's
that.
ever. I've never actually seen that done by
No.
like it's the type of NBA content that I actually kind of would enjoy watching, but also I would need to prepare and think about, which the show is not able to get there, and I make no apologies for it.
And it
However,
never will.
no, I'm never. You have two kids, and I am a crazy person. We're never going to get
In
there.
theory, you have an infinite number of kids.
That's the thing. I have like 100 kids I'm vaguely responsible for like an hour, which sucks.
I had a taste of what you deal with every single day, and I volunteered at my kid's school for lunch. And I was,
Oh, you have
yeah,
no idea. I've
it
done lunch
was
duty
it
so
was
much.
so yeah.
The
I'm
middle
well aware.
ground of, okay, I'm not going to use the NBA podcast as therapy. I said it, but I won't do it.
Okay.
Um,
Um.
Everyone, if you're listening this far, you can comment on where I should go to therapy and if I'm like Dr. Robbie from The Pit, which is kind of the arc I'm on lately of just ignoring it. Um,
Okay.
what was my
So
idea
what
gonna be?
your idea about how to solve
Oh,
tanking, which
it
I think
well
was a
ties
really
in.
good idea.
It ties in. The solution to all of this is just to use the human element. And like if we're gonna make robot umps, which I like by the way, um, and sorry, there's a disturbing AI commercial with like those video game graphics that I hate
Ugh.
on Amazon Prime right now, like the evil video game graphics, and it is freaking me out, and I'm very glad I am clean and sobs watching this game.
I was gonna ask if your dog dosed at the moment.
No, I considered it and I said, no, the pod might get too weird. But
Anyway.
the solution to all this is just to like use humans for the human element. So, like, let's bring in the dunk idea if someone's being really annoying, but otherwise, let's just give them the free throws or points. And with tanking, genuinely, it is fine because the correct system, no one's admitting in all this tanking talk, the current tanking system or anti-tanking system and draft system, which is that Adam Silver decides the draft order. That
Correct.
is already what it is.
This is
We
what they've been
know this
doing
to be true.
for 40 years now, ever since the envelope was frozen for the Knicks to take Patrick Ewing.
I genuinely want to slap Bill Simmons in the face and all the NBA media people. Like, I think it's a distraction from Gaza at this point because nothing makes sense. Why are we talking about this? Because I know the NBA is feeding it because
Just
it's on
say
every show still.
just say your idea.
I'm sorry. Okay, so the idea is just that Adam Silver decides the draft order. That's
Yep.
it. He lists teams 1 to 30. If you
Hmm.
want to do it 1 to 14, No, we're doing 1 to 30
Yeah.
because you can get punished. So if I'm setting the draft order this year, guess who's number 30? It's the LA Damn Clippers. They're going to be 30 next year too, and they're going to be 30 until I'm not mad anymore,
Mm.
which I don't know when that is, but it's going to be a while. Thunder, guess what? You're 29 for a while. Too bad. You want to trade the pick? You have picks you can trade for? Good. You know, Adam Silver honor system, he's not going to take into account the trades that were done, except guess what? He is, because it's all fixed. So just deal with it. And that really is the solution of it. And it's like, it's what we did last year. No one in
Mhm.
their right mind believes the Mavs pick was
It was two of the
real.
last three drafts. We did it with Wemby. We did it with Cooper
Exactly.
Flag. He
Wemby,
won't,
like,
and they're implementing these quote unquote anti-tanking measures this offseason ahead of what is generally considered one of the worst drafts of all time. And I don't think the 24 draft was really fixed because no one gave a shit about Ricochet or Sarr or anybody else who was a plausible number one pick.
right.
And
So you
so far,
just
that's
punt it.
more or less been proven correct.
You just punt it to the team that like wants it. And it's like, Zion, they gave the Pelicans their shot. Like, I don't think there's any argument against it being fixed. But now what they're doing by flattening the odds, honestly, they are embracing my system because it's just going to make it easier for them to do this, to boost up teams. And so if you're a small market team who doesn't have swag or aura,
Hmm.
you're cooked, as they say.
Yeah, the
Um,
Sacramento Kings will never get a pick in the lottery.
no, they will not see the kingdom of heaven.
No.
They will be in purgatory. One must picture Sisyphus happy. And Sisyphus, in this case, is the king's owner's daughter who is having a relationship with whoever on the team.
Okay, so this particular year that there's considered to be three exceptional prospects at the top
I
of the
almost
board.
think it's four. I can't name the kid right now, but
Oh,
who's the
Caleb
UNC guy?
Wilson at UNC.
Caleb.
Yeah, he is.
I really like
I
him.
don't. I can't get. I don't know. Something about his vibes throw me off, and I think it's because his style of play is so similar to Marvin Bagley in college, and that's not fair to him. But I'm just like, we've seen this archetype go wrong before.
We have seen a lot of things go wrong.
I
I
mean, I
mean, any
personally
draft guy
think
we can pull
the
out.
draft as you have right now, I think 1 through 8, I would be pretty surprised if that group did not become at least above average NBA players at a minimum, and then probably like Yaxel and God,
We will do a draft show, but what
yeah,
do
yeah,
you
yeah.
think about Keaton Wagler? Because I remember
I
liking him a
like
lot
him,
in
but I
the
think he
tourney,
may end up
if I
being kind of
remember.
low key a bad defender just because he's not a good athlete. And I can't,
Well, that's what it
how
says.
many below average athletes are still good defenders in the NBA who aren't centers? I just don't think there's that many.
Yeah, no.
Maybe
No,
is
you
Lou
gotta
Dort
be.
all that athletic? I don't know. He's hard to
Dude, Lou
tell.
Dort. Yeah, I don't know. Lou Dort's a psycho.
He is, which
He
is
he
which is
cheats
how
to
you
win,
have to. Yes, he's correct.
which is fine.
Um, all right, we're getting sort of off the beaten
Yeah, I'm
path
looking
here.
at the
We
draft
we we
again.
expressed everybody has their own ideas of how to fix the NBA, and they're all wrong, and we're correct.
Yeah, guess
So
what? NBA's fine. Suck
it's
it
fine.
up.
It's suck it up. Yeah. Also,
I
now that
enjoy it.
you can also on a related note, ESPN's basketball analysis is just full bore. We are mouthpieces for the league
Oh,
because
absolutely. State
there's
media.
not a single outlet defending the 65 game rule. Nobody likes it. But who's out here calling the players lazy and entitled and overpaid? Every single ESPN talking head. It's Charles Barkley. It's Chris Canty, who isn't even a fucking basketball player. Yeah, this is just,
It's
it is
Brian Windhorst.
Windhorst. I will give Windhorst credit. He said that the Grizzlies, what was the final game of, it's the second to last game of the season. It was Grizzlies somebody.
Mm,
Um,
I don't know.
he said it was going to be a tank off, and he said it was going to be absolute cinema, and he was right. three different players had triple doubles, one of whom had a quadruple double with 10 turnovers. Windhorst is the guy on the right side of the bus who is smiling at it all,
Yeah, he
and
is
everybody else in the NBA media
sometimes.
is the guy on the left side of the bus who is just miserable, even and
I
ignoring all of
honestly
the
was
beauty in the
just
world.
taking an unfair shot at Brian Windhorse's
I
athleticism.
yeah, I happen to like Windhorst. I will once again
Well, you went to
state I
college with his wife or something.
at law school, but yes, that is correct.
Is law school not college?
Well, actually,
Come
law
on.
school, honestly, law, okay, this was Grizzlies Jazz was the second to last game of the season. Law school is closer to high school, and I can go into why, but this is not the purpose of the pod. Jemai Mashak had a triple double with 10 turnovers, and both John Conchar and something named Bez McGang had
Bez
triple
my
doubles
gang.
off the bench for the Jazz. Truly just absolute cinema, a perfect game. Something named Blake Hinson scored 30 points for the Jazz. Something else named Kennedy Chandler played 41 minutes and scored 26 points.
Look,
Um,
I
these
loved
are
the
all
game I went to. They're good.
other than I think Ace Bailey, everybody on both sides of this game were like sub G leaguers. Brindhorst was right. This was a beautiful game. I love it. But anyway,
Well,
playoffs,
I'll just say
playoffs,
before you go,
playoffs.
or before we go on to this, the problem is the NBA now requires you to be a football fan and basically know, 15 players deep, maybe 20 on your team
This
and the others.
is
And we're not going to
this.
do, not everyone's going to do all that work. Hey, I'm not going to do all that work either, although I have done it for the Celtics this year. But it's like we could get a little better on it because the game has changed. I mean, it's 5-on-5, and we're still in this one guy dominates heliocentric state media way of it. I don't know. Tanking's not an issue.
It's
I'm
not.
having fun watching
It
this
is.
game right
It
now.
is a
Well,
classic non-issue that. Yeah, I don't know.
and I
I do not
genuinely
respect.
might not be just joking about the Gaza thing because it's like, why are we
All right,
doing
all right, all
this?
right. Let's pull up and on the off
All
chance
right.
anybody normal ever listens to this show, or possibly Elon Musk. We don't want to incur his wrath, and he has eyes everywhere. Um, Playoffs. How much time do we even
Playoffs.
have left?
I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I think probably have
We've
10,
noticed.
15 minutes
That's
left.
very funny. You know what? I'll be honest with everybody listening to this, even though we putatively said this is going to be a playoff preview, I kind of think this is going to be a boring playoffs. Like,
Is
I
that just are
think
you going on winner there? Because
what's a
I
winner?
agree and dis on the winner. Because I agree and disagree with you. So explain.
I am just of the belief that this is going to be Celtics Thunder and whichever of those teams is healthiest going into the finals will win. Probably the
I don't think we're
Celtics.
really. I don't know. I'm not going to get ahead of it.
You are always
Love
a
the team.
dour fan about the Celtics, which is
If
fine.
we won, I would be
But
so
like
fucking happy.
my
So yeah,
suspicion is
I
that
can't get ahead of it.
the playoffs will be straight chalk except for the Rockets Lakers series, which the Rockets are a better team anyway, even when Luka
I
and
was going to
Reeves were
say define
healthy.
chalk. I consider Rockets to be chalk there. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah. I
they're
mean,
favored.
it's technically chalk. I think they would have been favored even if Luka and Reeves were playing. I
All
don't
right,
know.
well, then
It's I can see it plausible that like the I don't fucking know.
let's do it
I mean
differently
The
then.
Nuggets might beat the Spurs in the second round, but like other than that, I think this is going to be a straight chalk playoffs.
I kind of agree. I think the Thunder are going to win in a walk,
Okay.
which, is boring.
Yes.
But I think this is going to be a really good playoffs for kind of Keno appreciators. I think there are going to be I really like some of the series here. And I kind of think we can draft some of what we think will be interesting. Now, because the NBA play-in tournament sucks, it's impossible to preview half of these series, which I hate.
You're an anti-play-in guy.
I'm an anti the format. Like,
Hmm.
just I. the format's annoying. Um, I just want to know who's playing who. It's
Yeah, it's
whatever.
fair.
I'm okay with it, and I like the playing game. Actually, I usually don't, but I like these playing games. Hornets Heat, great. Watching the Magic collapse, gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Clippers Warriors, I will
Sixers
not be
Magic will be a
watching.
fun collapse off. I don't know who is going
I'm
to
shocked
fail
the
worse there.
Trailblazers are in the play-in every time I see it. It still doesn't make sense. Their coach got arrested for gambling. Um,
And their
like
replacement
game
coach
two
and their
of the
replacement
season.
coach seems to be a much better coach than he was. So they should probably just let
Probably.
Tiago Splitter stay.
There's probably like
Um
10 teams that could be improved by assistant coaches do a ton. So I don't know. Coaching's going to go through a revolution soon in the NBA. The Mike Malones of the world are going to get out. I'm taking shots at Mike Malone.
they are getting out, and now they're going to college where they will do even less for more
Yeah,
money than
all the bad coaches will go to college and or a farm there. The NBA is now going to be the reign of people who actually know ball and are smart. I
yeah.
believe this in my heart. I want to go over what series we think are interesting. I do not have unlimited time on this earth. So what
Or on this Discord recording.
so
All right, so what series would be actually
oh yeah, what do
good?
I want to watch? What do I want to turn on? Because
Is
three scream out to me.
Anthony Edwards going to be healthy for the Timberwolves series?
I don't know. I'm not sure
If
what
he
I
is,
think.
that
So I
should be a
think
good series. I
I
think
believe
Knicks
Zach Lowe
Hawks.
reported 90%.
Okay. Yeah, that should be a good series. I think Knicks Hawks will be good.
That's the one I wanted first is Knicks Hawks.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks could walk them in four, sure.
I don't
But
know. They're so inconsistent. I mean, I would be shocked if that series went less than 6 games.
here's the thing is I 100% thought the Hawks were in the lottery last episode because I wasn't reading closely enough.
Oh.
So obviously I don't respect them too much.
They have a lottery pick. I just think it's the Pels.
It is, yeah, but
Yeah.
I just was reading it quick. Um, but I do play NBA 2K with the Hawks, and so I'm very familiar with their roster, which isn't that good, by the way. I carry it. Um, but I think they can play if they put stuff together. I think the Knicks, you're capable of having like Karl Anthony Towns go bozo mode and really collapse for 2 games.
That entire team might go bozo mode. I mean, you have like Josh Hart arguing with Stephen A.
Or they might
Smith.
beat the Celtics. They
Mm,
are such a wild card.
I
They
they're
really
they
are.
are not beating this Celtics team. I know you
They beat
are
us 2 weeks ago.
a negative a negative Celtics fan, and I respect you
I'm
for
a
that, but
nervous Celtics fan.
that yeah.
I'm a nervous Celtics fan. I'm not negative out of hate. I'm negative out of my
Anxiety.
constant anxiety and self-doubt.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
we Knicks Hawks, probably Keno, yes. If
I
the
wanted to talk
Blazers,
Cavs Raptors.
that could
Are
be
you
fun,
guys
just be
dying?
you gotta have to be more specific.
The Cavaliers.
No, it does not feel like I don't think they're going to get that far because playoff James Harden will show up eventually and kill them. But like last year, I was getting very nervous about the Cavs because all of a sudden their shooting just disappeared towards the end of the year, and Darius Garland was clearly hurt, and that's exactly what killed them against God, was it the Pacers who knocked them out? I can't remember.
Against the Cavs, I think the Pacers did knock them out. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And while the Pacers sort of like solved playoff basketball last year, I mean, the
Yeah, they
Cavs were
did.
they were fading hard down the stretch. This year, I don't see the Raptors winning that series. They'll take a game or two because they're young and fun and play hard defense, but like they just don't have the shooting to keep up with the Cavs. However, once the Cavs face the Pistons, most likely, I don't see the Pistons losing to whoever the fuck's coming out of the eighth seed, either the Sixers,
Um,
Magic, or I don't even.
yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
you're right
probably
about the
be the
play-in format
Hornets.
kind of fucking this up.
or
No,
the
well,
Heat.
if the Hornets lose this, they're
Yeah,
losing
I know
now. If they
The
lose
Heat
this,
are up three.
the Heat are fucking up the plan I discussed, which is
LaMelo just made an incredible shot
they
on a
jump
drive for an and
from
one.
like 13 to 1 and use that pick to trade for Giannis, which I still think is what the league wants. But the Heat seem to do this every year where instead of just throwing the play-in game when they're dog shit and getting back in the lotto, they play their way out of the lotto. We
Oh yeah,
thought,
this is the Spoelstra special.
remember, last year we thought the Heat were going to have the flag draft rigged for them.
What would it be to
You
And
get
did.
another
I did. That's true. I don't think you did, but and they just the league should want to if I think if Adam Silver was ordering the draft in your scenario,
Which
the
he
Heat
is.
would definitely be in the top three, but they don't let him rig it because they play their way out of the lotto from the play-in every year. Now, I do think the Heat could win this game and then lose the eight seed game and still be in the lotto. I think that
I,
would work.
dude, yeah, that they would be in the lot.
Okay,
Yeah, they
yeah.
would be. It's the
Yeah,
two
but like
losers.
I don't think I want that to happen because I want the Hornets to win because
I don't think
God
anyone can
help
lose to
us,
the
the
Magic.
Hornets are yeah.
The Magic have like fucked classroom vibes.
Yeah, the Magic are
I can
as
say it. It's
fucked as the
like
76ers are. I do think the Magic are going to lose that game and probably lose to whoever comes out of this 9-10 game. Yeah, I think that is a team that has quit. Um,
it's not
which
even
is
that
pretty
they
dumb
quit.
because
It's like
they don't have a pick. It goes to the Grizzlies. They should be the one team that's trying. The Sixers are the team. I was talking about this with a mutual friend of ours,
Trev.
Trev. Of the eight teams in the play-in, five of them should be motivated to throw the games and get in the lotto.
Oh,
Great system
probably,
we
yeah.
have here, which will technically be solved by expanding the lotto to the entire play-in and flattening the odds, but that's not going to be implemented any until next year, at which point no one will care.
No, no, who cares? Who's no one knows anyone next year.
No,
Next year's class is like Risha would go number one again. So whatever.
probably.
Um, although who knows? It's a year off. Like maybe my guy from PC who transferred to Illinois goes in. He's not actually, but in a couple of years he might be in the
Stefan
NBA.
Vox or whatever his name is.
Stefan Vox, yep.
Isn't he like one of those European guys who's a quote unquote
He is.
freshman, but they have like 5 years of experience of pro ball in Europe and they're all like
Yeah,
23?
but I think he's 19, but I think he was playing at 16 too,
All right, I'm
or
looking this
something
up
like
because
that.
I don't believe in him.
No, I don't know.
Anyway,
Hornets,
what
by
other
the way,
play-in
making their run.
series do we think will be good?
Oh, I'm not watching for play in. I'm definitely
Stefan
not.
Vox turns 21 in May. He is a
Okay,
fraud.
fair enough.
Um,
I'm
what other
definitely
play-in?
not watching Clippers versus
No,
Warriors.
that's going to be a bummer game.
That's a propaganda series. I don't know how else to put it.
In what sense? I do need you to expand
It's
on this.
it's propaganda for people who like 2010s basketball, which I'm out
Ah,
on you.
oh yeah, that's fair.
Um,
Um,
I hate the 2010s heads. You know, I know Tame Impala is usually our theme song.
that's why you
So,
switched because you're over the
yeah, that's why
2010s.
I did the grassroots today because it's 60s ball now.
Hmm.
I did the did I tell you the Pachinko story? I'll tell you the Pachinko story later if not.
Okay. We're
Um,
running out of time here, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, we have
Yeah, we got
5 minutes
5 minutes.
left. Series you want to
What
see?
else? I think I said earlier briefly, I think Spurs Blazers, if they win that game, could be interesting. The Blazers, I guess, they like have a pretty good defense when like Shaden Sharp isn't playing.
I think
I
Spurs
now
Suns would be fun.
I don't know. The Suns feel like they have way overperformed this year. Like
They have.
and I'm still a Dylan Brooks hater at the end of the day, and I'm still kind of a Devin Booker hater. I think the Spurs that would be a gentleman's sweep. That's a five gamer right
I'm not
there.
even sure it would be a gentleman's sweep.
You think the
I
Spurs
think it
would
would
dog
have,
walk them?
but no, but I think it would be respectably done. Like I
Oh,
think
a close four-game sweep.
like you would have good games through three quarters, and then Wemby would blow them up in a fun way.
Yeah, there is
I
no
just think
one
it
on
would
the
be fun
Suns who
to
can match
watch.
up with Wemby. Whereas like the Blazers do have Donovan Clingan, who could probably at least slow him down.
Um, Other ones, I mean,
What
the
else?
East is
Lakers
fun.
Rockets is going to be ass. Like
I don't want to watch
whoever
Lakers
the
Rockets. I think
I would
whatever
enjoy
coach loses should be
Pistons.
gelded.
Probably, yeah.
Uh,
Um, I would enjoy Pistons Hornets. I don't care about any of the other three teams in the play-in, and I don't think any of them are going to produce good ball. I don't
someone
care.
said it today. If the Sixers beat the Celtics this year, it would be the funniest thing imaginable, objectively. And I had to agree.
Um,
It won't
yeah, but
happen,
it's
luckily.
not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. Yeah, and like Clippers Warriors, same thing. Like if one of those teams escapes the play, and like I don't care about either of those teams, frankly.
Nuggets Spurs is going to be ridiculous, though, right?
Yes, yes.
Like,
Nuggets Spurs
I
is
don't know
going to
how we can
be
complain too much
absolute
with
kinema,
that.
as they say.
So, Rockets Thunder will be a disaster. I won't watch any of it. A lot
Yeah,
of
I
this will
don't.
be me not watching OKC until the Western Finals, at which point I will probably complain about them and say,
Yeah,
oh,
I
they're
mean,
good.
OKC Denver, OKC San Antonio would probably be a good series. I don't know
Yeah,
how I feel about the Pistons in like any particular. I guess if there's a lot of beef stew content, like if he's fighting guys, it's definitely worth watching.
I have to put my hand up here.
Okay.
I don't, I haven't really watched the Pistons through this. I,
Yeah, they're
I
not.
haven't really, they haven't been on national TV much.
Well, that's part of the problem.
They haven't been in many marquee games that I've seen highlighted. I just haven't watched them. Like
Yeah.
JB Bickerstaff, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sure you are doing a great job. It's Joe Mazzulla world for Coach of the Year, especially because he doesn't want it. And yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get familiar with the Pistons more. Like I'm familiar with them, but I don't know if Pistons Cavs is I think that's the most fucking boring series in the world, basically, and I will not be watching it.
It might be
And
worth
I will
watching
have
just to see
opinions on it.
how James Harden fucks up, because he will. Um,
Yeah, especially defensively, the Pistons have a lot of like switchable length from what I
right. And
know.
I don't think there's anybody on the Cavs who can really guard Cade Cunningham.
Guard. No, I'm gonna disrespect the Cavs this playoffs though. I'm not. I kind of think the Raptors are winning the series.
They are no,
I hate the
no.
Cavs, dude.
Why?
I don't know.
Other than
Not
James
like
Harden. James Harden is a bad vibes player. I
they
forget if
just
we
feel
do
like
we
the
have an
blow
all
up
bad
team.
vibes team?
Ugh, Durant. Let's just do it. We have a minute. Durant, Harden. It's the 2010s. Whatever.
Which means it's got Durant, Harden, Dylan
That whole
Brooks,
group. Yeah,
Rudy
Dylan Brooks is
Gobert,
there. I got head coach, white boy Lakers, who I hate. I don't know.
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick. I'm giving it him over Mosley and
Luca's
Ime.
got pretty bad vibes, I have to say, and they're getting worse, I think.
I spent a lot of the game loudly saying that when Magic players were complaining, I'm like, yeah, they're complaining, but they're doing it classily, not like Luka Doncic in like earshot of all the Magic like coaching
I'm
staff.
kind of bummed nobody acknowledged you for
No one
saying that.
acknowledged it, but I just kept being like, yeah, but if Luka were doing this, it would just be
Durant
disgustingly
is bad
inappropriate.
vibes, but he is funny as an outsider. It's still hilarious to me he refers to Steph Curry as the light skin.
Yeah, that's not